Power 107.1 WTJN. Good morning to you, my friends. It's the Dave Services Morning Show, 9:05 on this Tuesday. 72 degrees in downtown Troy. Plenty of sunshine out there. We're looking for a high today of 90. It's going to be another hot one. Your Irwin Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Dayton 24/7 Now weather coming up in just a bit. Right now, I have my friend Heather Rocco in the studio with me with One Small Act, Miami County, Ohio. Good morning, Heather.
Good morning, Lori. How are you today?
I am fantastic. The sunshine is so nice to see.
It is. It's beautiful down here.
Beautiful day here in downtown Troy. And we are going to delve right into it. One Small Act, Miami County, doing amazing work across the board here. And so let's talk first about what is One Small Act? What is your nonprofit all about, and who do you serve?
So One Small Act Miami County was started last year, and basically we started off just throwing community events that were free for people, including free food or like handing out non-perishable items to them. When SNAP benefits shut down in November, we created a meal in a bag delivery program, and that kind of took off for us. So we got our 501c3, and now we deliver meals in a bag to 25 families in Miami County every single week. With that, we've also created a few other community groups, such as Vintage Voices, which is a senior citizen writing group. So it's very cute to see. That's one of my favorite groups that we have. We also have a book club that we meet once a month after picking the book. And then we also post questions online. We have about 100 people involved in that. We have a community group called Belong Miami County, which is just an inclusive group where we do community events with any marginalized community that needs a space to kind of feel like they're at home. And then we also recently added something called Shockingly Simple Cakes, which are like non-perishable items to make a cake. So it's basically like a cake mix, a can of soda, and icing, and then she adds candles as well. And we have the pan and everything, and we provide those to anyone who needs a cake. So if they have a birthday or a retirement, I think we gave a cake to one time, or just because cake is good, you know?
Right,
yeah.
Because it's cake.
Just because cake.
Right.
So we have that as well. So basically, we listen to the community, hear what they need, and then we try and help people create their own community action. So Shockingly Simple Cakes is actually one of my volunteers that came to me. She's my impact and outreach coordinator. Shout out to Andrea. She's my right hand. But she came to us and had this idea. And I said, hey, that's cool. I'll back you up, but you have to run it. So basically, then I just serve as like an advisory role that, you know, okay, these are my suggestions, or this is what we can do with this. And then she runs the program. And that one has been our first community like created program that it's really very successful. So we give the community an opportunity to kind of be a part of like spreading kindness, you know, and figuring out that we can be kind, and sometimes it's just one step or one act that makes it that way.
You know, I think we live in a society, Heather, where we have become more and more divided, not maybe even of our own making, but because this isolation due to our technology, where it used to be our grandmothers would get together and make quilts,
right?
Or ladies would get together and can, or men would get together and hunt to feed us all for the winter, or whatever it might be. And with the advancement of technology, we have become more and more isolated in our own worlds, and we spend our time with our faces in a screen, and we think that we're connected, while all around us, a child doesn't have a birthday cake, or a neighbor needs a meal in a bag, or a grandmother such as myself would love to be in a book club,
right?
But we have become so singular in our isolation with this technology that to have a group like One Small Act step in and say, how can we reach the community right where they are? How can we identify needs and then meet those needs and create that connectivity? That is amazing to me. And hats off to you guys for looking at that and saying, we can make a difference. We can make those connections.
Yes, thank you for that, because that actually reminds me, we also do a craft night. In-person craft night one time a month as well. And my goal with that is kind of like what you were just discussing. We are isolated because of social media and the internet and the fact that we can have anything at our fingertips. So I started the craft night because I wanted people to just have like an hour and a half once a month. I know it's only once a month, but an hour and a half to sit down and just do something that's not on a screen. You know, let's color. Some people crochet, some people watercolor. I diamond art, like diamond paint.
So you don't have to be super crafty to come to craft night.
No, I'm not super crafty by any means. We do have some things there. We have coloring books on site, and we have stuff to paint. So we do have some activities there, like if you don't want, or if you don't have anything, or maybe it's your first time crafting. We also, some people just come to hang out just because we're really fun. I mean, we're a cool group to hang out with. But another point to what you just said was, I think that the difference between One Small Act Miami County and other organizations is that we actually go out into the communities that we serve and ask what they need. So like you said, we identify a need. Instead of identifying it for them and like saying, okay, well, this is the problem I'm seeing, but then going out into the community and saying, what are your actual problems? I serve lunch at Richards Chapel every Thursday, and so I get to meet a lot of the people that I serve and sit with them and say, what is it exactly that you need, instead of saying, okay, well, I see that this is a problem by statistics and numbers, so I'm going to take care of it this way. I think that makes us unique. I mean, and I'm sure there's other organizations out there that do similar things, but it feels to me like sometimes we assume, you know, about people in their lives by what we think it's like. But until you actually get out there and you sit with people and you speak with them and you say, hey, like, what's going on today? You know, what do you need? What would you like to see? They love that. You know, people love that because everyone just wants to be heard.
That's right. And everyone wants to feel like where they're at in their life is valid and that there are people that are there to come behind them to support that.
Yes. Yeah.
Now, let's talk about Richards Chapel. They serve lunch daily. Is that correct?
They serve a hot lunch Monday through Thursday from 12 to 1. They don't serve on Friday, but we do typically give to-go containers to people. We have limited them a little bit, but we do give to-go containers, especially if we have food left over. That way, no food will go to waste. So,
and is the Thursday meal that is supported by One Small Act, or is that a Heather Rocco initiative?
That's a Heather Rocco initiative. I've actually been volunteering for the church since last year. I believe it was June or July of last year. And well, the person that usually is in charge was off with a knee replacement. I ran the program for a month. Which I got to tell you was that was rough running the church kitchen, a nonprofit, and my own small business. I thought it was going to take me out, but I survived, and here I am. But no, it's not sponsored by One Small Act, but we do work very closely with Richards Chapel. Whenever they need something, they let me know, and I make sure they have it. Last year it was coats. They needed coats, and they only needed a handful, but I got them 100. So I have to. They have to.
Wow.
Yeah, they have to kind of, pull in the reins sometimes.
They have to rein you in sometimes.
Yeah, and be like, hey, we only need this. Yeah, but no, they are wonderful to work with, and they have been such a huge factor in the growth of my nonprofit. So I'm incredibly thankful for everyone at Richards Chapel.
Now, speaking of Richards Chapel, you have an event coming up there now, not this coming weekend, but the following. Is that correct?
Yes, that is correct. So on July 25th from 2 to 4, we are hosting Miami County's first Pride event. Richards Chapel reached out and let us have their location for it. So that's pretty amazing, because we want it to be kind of inside because the heat can be so oppressive and we don't.
Oh, and you never know about July in Ohio. It could rain frogs or it could be 100 degrees. Right. You don't know.
So we are lucky that they have the space to host us. And we're excited. We have a bunch of sponsors, including Molina Healthcare, Equitas Health. We have some local sponsors, LBS Connections, the Therapy Collaborative, which I believe might be in this building or the one next to us, Momentum Counseling. We have a lot of people that will be there with some information to pass out. American Red Cross has some information they'll be passing out. So that's pretty exciting. We have Marco's Pizza. We'll have Marco's Pizza, and then Charlie Health is donating some snacks as well. Cake Alchemy, right across from us. They are making special treats for the event. So there's going to be a lot of community involvement and a lot of resources there for people. And then we'll also have activities like painting rocks. We have a rock painting station. We have a bracelet making station. And we have a fairy hair station. So people can get glitter put in their hair.
Oh, people love that. That's a really popular thing.
I know.
Yes.
We actually have someone that is a hairstylist doing that for us. So she's coming in. So we'll be professionally done. So that's good. I mean, semi-professionally outside of her salon, of course. But
right.
So yeah, we have a lot. T-Mobile will be there. We have a lot of fun things planned for that 2-hour time. So, and I'm hoping to. I made a video called "I Belong," where I videotaped a lot of people just simply saying that, from all races, creeds, everything. And I'm hoping to premiere that at the Pride event too. So.
Now, I saw part of that online.
Yes.
Very powerful.
Yes.
These are friends, neighbors. These are folks in your community.
Yes.
And this event is open to the community.
Yes.
Again, folks that are like-minded with the community.
Yes.
And it is going to be a positive day of positive affirmation, of bringing together people, again, promoting positivity.
Absolutely.
So it's going to be a great event, and hopefully the weather's going to be great for you guys.
I hope so. And even if it isn't, I mean, we will celebrate no matter what. So I think it's great that we can just all gather together in an inclusive, safe environment and just celebrate, our very existence. So that's kind of cool. I'm excited about it. And like I said, there will be other things to do. So like if you want to come and get fairy hair, everything is free. We are not charging admission. We are not having vendors where they will be selling things. Every single thing that you will get at this Pride will be free of charge. So we wanted to make it accessible to everyone.
Now, again, this is July 25th, 2 to 4.
Yes.
At Richard's Chapel over there on McKeag, right across from McKeag Race Park.
Yes.
So it's easy to find. Everybody knows where Richard's Chapel is.
Right.
So head over there and, again, bring your smile and your positivity and your support and celebrate first time an initial event like this in our county.
Right. And we have gotten quite a bit of recognition for having the event. So the No Hate Project, I don't know if you know what that is, but it's where they have like the silver tape and they say no hate. They will actually be in Troy, which is their only Ohio stop, on July 20th.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's pretty exciting as well. The information for that is on their website. I think it's nohatecampaign.org. I'm not quite sure, but you could just type in No Hate Project or No Hate Campaign and it should come up. And that also is open to the public. There is a fee that they charge for that, but it's a really cool project if anybody wants to get involved with that as well.
And where will that be located?
That'll actually be at the warehouse on Lincoln. I think it's 619 Lincoln. So we'll be inside that. It's attached to the Sunshade Building. So,
yes. Okay.
Yeah. So we'll be there July 20th, which is a Monday. They'll be here from 6 to 8. You do not need a ticket or anything like it for that. You can just show up, and I believe it's $40 for an individual picture, but $25 per person for a group picture.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. And just part of that project that they have taken the initiative to do across the country.
Yeah, and even celebrities. I mean, if you go to their website, you'll recognize quite a few celebrities that have taken part in their campaign. And then they go on the road to various different places, and they reached out to us. So little tiny Troy, Ohio is
That's amazing.
Going to get some national recognition, which is pretty cool. So.
That is very cool.
Yeah.
Now, Heather, if folks are interested in getting involved with your upcoming event or any events that you have, maybe they want to volunteer to deliver meal in a bag. Maybe they are like, I have a community outreach idea that maybe I would like to run by you.
Right.
Or maybe folks would like to make a donation for your Pride Pride event or any of the community outreach things that One Small Act does, what is the best way to contact you? You have a Facebook page.
Yes, we have a Facebook page, an Instagram, and a TikTok. All of them can be found under One Small Act Miami County. But we also have a website, onesmallactmiamicounty.org. I do put all the upcoming events on there and also any volunteer opportunities, as well as a donation link, which also can be found on our Facebook page and all of our social media. So any of those ways is a great way to find out what our opportunities are for volunteering, what's, how to donate money. We typically ask people to either donate via Zeffy because we do not pay a fee for that, or to send us a check. But all of that is online.
Or
and
cold hard cash.
Cold hard cash is great.
Cold hard cash is king.
Yeah.
And these donations, again, going back to things like buying the cake mixes, putting the non-perishable food items together for the meal in a bag program, allowing you to do some updates. I know that you guys have grown and you're looking for a new space.
Yes.
And so that is important to try to keep that momentum going as you're looking for that new space. And if folks have questions about what you do, they can also reach out, Facebook Messenger you, whatever it might be.
Or via email. My email is heather@onesmallactmiamicounty.org. That's probably the best way to reach me. I check that pretty regularly, but our social media, we have almost 2,000 followers just on Facebook. So our traffic is it's always a very heavily trafficked area, if you will. And there's only me and one other person that actually go through the social media. So the best way to get, if you want to speak with me directly, is heather@onesmallactmiamicounty.org.
All right. Heather, great information. Thank you so much for joining us today. We will see you on July 25th.
That sounds great. Thank you so much, Lori.
Thank you. We've got more great music variety on the way. Your weather forecast is coming up as well. It's all up next on the Dave Services Morning Show. Good morning.